What's up, guys? Welcome back to Corvette Weekly. Thanks for pressing play. Thanks for joining us as usual. I see a bunch of green names over in the chat here. Thank you, guys. You guys are truly appreciated. This community that we've built over the last couple years has been really fantastic. And yeah, we are getting very close to the bash. Stay tuned for some plans on that, guys. Again, if you're watching this and you haven't yet contacted me, if you would like to drive down to the bash together, we're going to meet near the Pittsburgh area and head down south from there. So if you'd like to drive down with a group of people and you're near me or want to even detour a little bit and you want to just drive with a bunch of Corvettes, come on over. We already have probably 4 or 5 people going that are in separate cars, so it's going to be a little bit of a caravan. Contact me, horsepowerobsessed@gmail.com, if you want to kind of caravan down together. But anyway, guys, welcome back to Corvette Weekly, the show that is dedicated to everything and anything Corvette. Of course, we got some big news today dropped on us out of nowhere, it seems. GM decided to toss the pricing for the Grand Sport out there. We're going to talk all about that in a little bit, but before we do, I do want to mention, of course, the sponsors of today's video, and one of them is going to be the same for a while now, and that is, of course, NCM Insurance. So if you guys have not checked out NCM Insurance, make sure you do. They do insure cars outside of just Corvettes, regardless of the name. You would think National Corvette Museum Insurance only insures Corvettes, but that's not the case. They will insure any of your babies, basically. So with the NCM Insurance, they're more of a kind of special car insurance, which means the cars that you drive on the nice days, the drives on the weekends or to the car shows. Not your daily driver, basically, is what I'm saying. So if you want to protect your car, you want to have it done in a way that NCM Insurance can also adjust whatever value you'd like to put on your car. If you have a C8Z06 and you say with the mods it's worth 150, 160 grand, if something were to happen to that car and it was a total loss, that is what would be paid out. So you kind of set your own pricing as far as that's concerned. Now, again, when you go to set this up, you go to ncminsurance.com. Right there, you'll see the red button. It says get a quote. Step number 3, I believe it is. It says, where'd you hear about us? Make sure you put in there HPO 26. That's going to let them know that I'm the one that sent you over there. It kind of helps out the channel. And of course, you know, they like horsepower obsessed fans, so they like to see that. So go ahead and put HPO 26 in there and they'll take care of you. Now, outside of NCM Insurance, of course, we have a big one this month, guys. Forge Light Wheels is sponsoring the channel for a month. So it's going to run from April 13th until the first week of May to give them 4 full weeks. But in those 4 full weeks, we are going to be giving away one $1,000 off coupon that will be good for their forged aluminum wheels, and one $3,000 off coupon that's good for their magnesium wheels. We're going to be giving away both of those each week. Now, the only problem with that is the same person cannot win more than once. So if you want to enter to win either one of those two, both of them will be given away tonight. And the same thing next Monday night, we'll be giving away one $1,000 coupon and one $3,000 coupon. Good for forged aluminum and forged magnesium. And that's going to come right off the price of the wheels. And that's pretty freaking awesome, guys. So if you don't know, I have magnesium wheels on my C8Z06, and they weigh 42 pounds less than the stock weight of their stock wheels, which is crazy because the carbon fiber wheels for the C8Z06 weigh 40 pounds less. So these are actually lighter weight than carbon fiber, stronger than carbon fiber, fit the car better than carbon fiber, and especially with the $3,000 off coupon, they're cheaper than the carbon fiber. It's a no-brainer. Anyway, guys, the wheels that I have are these ones right here, the MGO ones. And these, of course, like I said, are magnesium wheels, but you can choose any of these. If you win the coupon, any one of these wheels on their website are good for you. And if you want to start winning those now, it's going to be the same as always. $10 is an entry. $50 or more is double entries. You can send through the chat right here or through Venmo, and you'll win something tonight. So, let the entries begin. I'll be keeping an eye on them, of course, guys, as always. But, yeah, if any of you out there want to get literally some of the best wheels that I've had the pleasure of owning, this is the set you want. If you haven't seen the car, it looks fantastic in person. These wheels fit this car like they should have come this way from factory. But yeah, it's a huge saving for magnesium wheels. So Snowcone says, "Oh, good savings." Yeah, $3,000 off. That's massive. That will put it under 10K, which is crazy for a set of actual magnesium wheels that are also the same width as stock, better offsets, perfect all around. Forge Light is awesome. Can't wait to install mine. Absolutely. They are literally some of the best wheels I've ever had the pleasure of owning. Yeah, Mark, you definitely should look at their wheels. They are fantastic wheels, and this is a good way to get them at a much lower price than you would normally. I know you like to support the channel anyway, so I'm sure you'll enter on that. But Kevin says, can we choose between which giveaway we pay towards? Yeah, you can. When you send it, just let me know which one you are sending it for, and I'll make 2 separate lists. So if you want to be entered for the $1,000, which is the forged aluminum wheels, just put that in the note. Or if you send it via super chat here, just make sure you mention $1,000 coupon. And on the $3,001, just mention $3,000 coupon. That's all you have to say. $1,000 coupon, $3,000 coupon, and I'll know which one you're wanting to enter in on. So definitely a big one to enter into tonight, guys. Justin, what's up, man? He says, Justin, what date are you driving down? So we're going to be leaving the Wednesday before. So I think that's the 22nd, if I remember right. It's literally the bash starts on Thursday. We'll leave on Wednesday. We'll leave pretty early too, probably around 11-ish a.m. I'm sure if Kevin Horan's in here, he's going to correct me on that because I'm usually about an hour late to meeting up with these guys, and they love when I do that. Let's see. Okay, so on top of all of the sponsors, guys, we got a lot of news to talk about tonight, so don't get too distracted by anything we're going to talk about outside of the news because there's big news tonight. Aaron says, do we know the route? I do. I'm actually going to be sending that out here very soon, but we'll as usual, try to meet up somewhere before we hit the actual museum. Okay, yeah, if you wanna come down with us, just let us know. We'll definitely meet up. So anyway, guys, that's going to be the sponsors for tonight. Looks like Kevin is already in he's going to get in for 40 entries. So we got our first enter here is for 40 entries. So Kevin, got you in there. 40, and he is for the 3,000 off. Alrighty, so this is going to be a big one, guys, because like I said, the same person can't win twice. However, that means a lot of you guys are going to be able to enter and possibly win. So make sure you're checking this out. If you want aftermarket wheels, Forge Light are fantastic wheels. So anyway, guys, while we're doing the giveaway here, make sure you're getting entered in on that, of course. But I'm going to bring on Joe. He's Joeler. He's going to give us an update for the HPO vet exchange side of things, and he's got a little bit of other news to talk about as well. So, Joe, if you want to take it away, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Justin. Thanks, everybody. A great time of the year finally appearing in the Northeast. I had a great week at the New York City International Car Show. We're going to show you a bit of that. And then also some cars and coffee events this weekend. Just a quick shout out to several horsepower obsessed subscribers that I came across, and dare I say, some Joeler advocates as well at these. Jack and Joe with their blue and white C8s, and Chris with his white C7, and Andrea with too many Corvettes to highlight in one horsepower obsessed live show. And then live streaming right now is Vader and the team at All American Corvette Club, listening and watching live from the Goffel Grill in Hawthorne, New Jersey. So no shortage of interested parties this evening and over the last few days. So Justin, do you want to go through the car happenings first at the New York City Car Show?
Yep, I got the picture up now of you standing in front of the Grand Sport.
So yeah, there's the roving reporter Joeler, if you will, on behalf of Horsepower Obsessed at the New York City Javits Center. And for all its glory is the brand new Grand Sport. Wide body, of course, blue, had red interior, white stripe, was really, really sharp looking in person. That is an awesome color, as most of you know, but under those lights, just a huge winner. So anyone considering that is in the right place. We also had on display there a ZR1X, which we have a bit covered in video. We have this car in video as well. And maybe you want to take a peek at that, Justin?
Okay, here's the video. We'll play this real quick.
Okay, it's Joeler here live at the New York City International Car Show, and we've got a nice look here at the all-new Grand Sport. What a beautiful color. It's got the really nice red and black interior that's really smoking, and obviously the nice white stripe, quintessential white stripe on the hood. So it really is a looker. And then panning over, we're going to take a look at the ZR1 engine, all its glory. Check out the size of the turbo. Unbelievable. And then lastly, we've got the Stars and Stripes ZR1X here at the New York City Car Show. And it definitely is looking sharp, obviously extremely patriotic. And again, you've got the really beautiful two-tone red and black. And how about that unmistakable ZR1X and ZR1 hood? Pretty incredible. And then we're going to finish it off by giving you a view of the splitter and just the overall look of this beautiful, beautiful car. 1.68, I believe, is the time on this car, which is just absolutely insane. All right, that's Joeler signing off. HPO, horsepower obsessed. Okay, it's...
All right, so if you guys didn't know any better, you would say that I have my own reporter, but I don't, I swear.
Wait till you get the bill.
Yeah.
Justin and I talked about actually meeting up next year there and doing maybe something live or something to that effect. So if anyone's interested in meeting up with us next year at the Javits in New York, that could be a pretty cool meetup. So stay tuned more for that. And then the other thing is they did have the concept car there, and I think we've got a photo of that as well. Pretty interesting to see in person, actually. I've seen pictures, but definitely very interesting to see. I'm kind of mixed on it, honestly, but clearly we know that won't be the C9, though there may be pieces of it perhaps that find its way into the C9, but that all to be determined. So it was a really fun day. Went with a few folks, and like I said, maybe next year we can get it on people's radar and do a New York City trip, as it were. So the other thing I just wanted to talk about briefly is obviously you're all aware of our partnership with Criswell. We do have two vehicles that I really think are priced well. So if you're interested in a brand new Blade Silver Z06, there's a really nice offer there. And of course, if you come through us, HPO Vet Exchange at gmail.com, we'll even work out a better deal than you see on the site. And there is also a really nice Hysteria purple for those that, or blurple as it were. I did actually just see one of those at one of the car meets over the weekend, and it was really sunny out, and it really is a really sharp color with the metallic blazing, on a sunny day. So that's another good offer. And then, of course, two things: anything you see on the Criswell site, Criswell Corvette, just email us, and we'll put you in touch with the right people, and we'll validate that you came through the channel. And as I said, you will be assured not only the best treatment, but absolutely the best price. And they also have pre-owned Corvettes as well. And if you do desire to order one, obviously that's something that can be accommodated too. They have closed out the ZR1 and ZR1X list. So no need to inquire in getting on that list. Those are both sort of closed out, unfortunately, but there's just a huge demand, as you know, for that. And then the last thing I wanted to mention on Criswell is a reminder that Justin, yours truly, and David are looking forward to seeing as many of you and many others June 7th, which we're characterizing as the inaugural Griswell HBO Corvette car meet. It's in Gaithersburg, Maryland, and it begins at noon. It'll run through 4 o'clock. We are planning to do a lunch about 1:30. We do have some of the VIP parking spots. There are 25 of those literally on the Griswell property. So if you're interested in being one of those 25, we do still have some left. Again, just email hpovetexchange@gmail.com, or you can email Justin and he'll share that with me. The lunch is going to be about 1:30, and it's at the Dogfish Brewery, which is literally about a half a block. So in addition to the 25 VIP spaces, there are going to be about 150 spaces between the Dogfish Brewery, where we're going to have lunch, as I mentioned, and also there's an adjacent office building that on a Sunday is closed. So there should be plenty of parking, so don't hesitate about that. I think that was really it for what we wanted to share tonight on our partnership with Griswell. We hope you all can make it, and look forward to seeing you there.
Absolutely. Joe, thank you as always. We appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good show.
All right, guys. So as you heard there, we're going to be talking about this more moving forward. Of course, you'll hear this a lot on the channel, but we are going to be doing this show at Criswell June 7th. And it's going to have VIP parking. We only have about 25 spots. We still have some spots available. So if you guys are interested, make sure you're emailing either hpovetexchange@gmail.com or the horsepowerobsessed@gmail.com, and we will reply letting you know that basically we got you locked in. So feel free to email either one of those two. Once you get the reply, you'll know you're locked in. That way, whenever we're setting up the show and we see people pulling in, we know who goes where, basically. Now, if you don't get a VIP spot, we still have a very large parking area near the dealership that everybody else will be parked at. So don't think that if you can't get into that VIP spot, that you're not going to have a spot, because you still will. And it's going to be where the majority of people park anyway. So feel free to come out. We'd love to see you there. It's going to be more of a car hangout than anything. We're going to do some lunch, like Joe said. So definitely come out. There you go. D. Anthony's in. D. It'll be awesome to see you there, man. So come by, say hi. If you want to come out and grab one of the VIP spots, just shoot me an email, and I'll make sure that you're in the VIP section, so to speak. Okay. Yeah, Justin, if you want to be at the Criswell show as well, just shoot me an email. Tell me you want to be in the VIP section. We'll get you updated on that. Anybody who wants to get in on that, just send me an email or the HPO Vet Exchange email. Either one will get you locked in, so you are guaranteed in that VIP spot. The date is going to be June 7th. So I believe that is a Sunday. So again, that's the date, June 7th. You're going to be hearing this a lot on the channel, especially as we get closer. But for now, with the bash coming up, that's kind of what we're gearing up for more than anything, is getting to the bash. If you guys want to drive down together from the Pittsburgh area, just let me know. Again, email horsepowerobsessed@gmail.com. We're going to leave from the Pittsburgh area and drive straight down on Wednesday, the day before the bash starts. So if you want to get in on that, let me know through email. So I have all you guys in one group email, so I can send out the route we're going to be taking and everything. Jay Browselton, what's up, man? So today is going to be a giveaway for Forge Light wheels. I believe you already have a set, if I remember right. But Forge Light, they're offering $1,000 off of their forged aluminum wheels, or $3,000 off their magnesium wheels. Now, both of these are going to get given away tonight. So if you want to enter for one of them, just let me know which one you want to enter for, because I'm going to give away 1,000. I'm going to give away 3,000 tonight. We're going to do it every week for the next 4 weeks. The Forge Light, they're not playing. They're giving away some serious opportunities to get these wheels even cheaper than how they sell them now. And these are super high quality wheels, guys. So again, it looks like we have 2 entries now. I did get another entry from Mark, of course. Mark's a huge supporter of the channel. Definitely appreciate that, Mark. And of course, I mean, he's going to get something cool if he wins. So right now we only have 2 entries. One is actually they're both for the magnesium wheels, I believe. Mark, you didn't put which wheels you wanted to be entered for, but I'm going to assume you probably want the magnesium wheels. So let me know for sure, Mark, if that's the case, because you are going to get in for, you're going to get in for 100 entries on that. So that's pretty big. If any of you guys are interested, of course, these are getting given away tonight, and another set will be given away tomorrow night. And another set, not tomorrow night, next week, Monday. And then the next Monday, and then the next Monday. So we got a lot of this stuff to give away, but yeah, jump in on these. They're going to be good. Drive by Day says, I'd like those magnesiums, but I only just bought the car. I need to financially recover first. I can kind of understand that. So I get it. All right, Mark, I got you. I'll put you in for that. Yeah, ZR1 Mark says, if Jay puts in $1, that means I lost. Not necessarily. As of now, Mark, you're pretty high on that list. So we'll see where you fall. Right now, it's just we got Kevin and Mark are the only 2 entries for the giveaway tonight. But guys, don't let this slip past you, because this is a pretty big deal. Ricky says, bring a 2-way radio for the cruise down. I have a couple walkie-talkies, but I'll be honest, they usually end up dying before we're there. So a lot of times I'll just make a big group phone call, or, however you want to do it. Basically, it's usually easier to do it that way. All right, so Jay Brazelton is in. He's in for 40 entries. So we got 3 enterers right now. So, yeah. Jay, what are you in for, Jay? You're in for 40 entries on magnesium. Okay, gotcha. So no entries for the forged aluminum right now, guys. So the $1,000 coupon is up for grabs. That's a good question. KP says, how's the C4 crowd at the bash? I honestly don't know if I saw any. No, I did. There was one C4 that I can recall seeing there. Trying a different strategy, magnesium. Charles, the minimum entry for the minimum amount for one entry is $10. So that's not going to get you an entry, but if you want to go with the absolute minimum, just throw $8 more at it and you'll get it. GSX Hot Rod Todd, is $1,000 off the list price or the HPO price? I'm going to say probably the HPO price. So this will save you. On the forged aluminum wheels, I can offer an additional $250 off, and then the $1,000 off. So I believe that's probably the way they would do it. But if not, it's only $250 difference. I'll have to get the answer for that before I can say for sure. There you go, Charles. That's better. So Charles is now in. Which ones did you want to be entered for the magnesium? You did. Okay, so I'll get you in for 10 entries on magnesium wheels. There we go. So again, no entries for the forged aluminum. But you guys, here's the thing about these wheels. If you haven't seen these yet, again, the MG01s, these are the wheels I have on my Z06 currently. They're magnesium wheels. But this same style is also available in the forged aluminum. So if we go to the forged aluminum section here, it is the SV00, and these were the wheels I had on my black Z06. So it's not like if you go magnesium, you can't get the same styling for the most part, at least. Or if you go forged aluminum, you can't. You can really have that style wheel if you really like that style, which I really do. If you really like that style, you can have that in forged aluminum or magnesium. So Forge Light really knows how to make these things. Like I said, they're super high quality. But again, you can save a ton of money with these tonight. So Venmo ding. Let's see. Yep, we got a Venmo from Aaron. So AARPM is in for 20 entries. No, 10 entries, sorry. But either way, you are in for entries, Aaron. We got you in. And did you say which wheels? Did I see which wheels you want? Venmo. Aaron said, oh, Aaron's in for forged aluminum. He's our first entry for forged aluminum. So 1,000 he is in for. All right. So we got 1 entry on forged, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4 on the magnesium. We got Justin is in for the forged aluminum. He's in for 10 entries as well, so that's pretty cool. Those would look, I haven't seen those on a C6 yet. That would look pretty cool. And then we got another one. Joey Cuts is in for 10 entries on forged. Okay. All right. So we went from 0 to 3 almost immediately. So all 3 entries on the forged aluminum are equal too. They're all $50 entries. So definitely interesting there. Yeah, that's true. Texas Clay says, here's some news. John Perkins got his AWE exhaust installed. He actually bought the AWE exhaust from the website when we had a discount going. And it does. He sent me a sound clip. It sounds very good. So congrats to John. We'll see him hopefully at the bash, hopefully at Carlisle. Usually, I think, yeah, last year we saw him at both. But it'd be cool if we see you both again this year, John. Drive by Day said he'll probably go in for the magnesiums after he pays the car off. Well, we have these coupons at least are good for the next month worth of Mondays. So I doubt that that's going to be in time for you. But if not, you could still use the HPO discount code, which will still save you some money. Justin, he's a member of the channel now. I appreciate it. Little do you know that I didn't even mention this yet, but becoming a member of the channel, the last Monday of the month here is going to get you some free entries again. Actually, no, we might do the members entries next Monday night. Yeah, Mark, I know he loves his AWE exhaust. You guys all got them right around the same time. Let's see. We got a Lawrence in here. Larry Anthony. He's in for the mag wheels. Okay. So we got Larry Anthony in for 10. Well, we got a good bit of entries tonight. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, or he'll take the aluminum wheels. Okay. Let's bump him over to the aluminum wheels side then. So we got 4 entries on both sides now, guys. Magnesium and forged aluminum. Mark is in, Jay. He's in the biggest. He's in for 100 entries on those mag wheels. Well, actually, he's looking to possibly apply that to something different on the site, but yeah. So Jay, you're battling Mark. Jay and Kevin, you guys are both at the same, and then Mark is at 100. You guys are both at 40. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, that's the unfortunate reality of it is that the ZR1, no matter what you do with the C801, that's a freaking fantastic car, don't get me wrong, but it will never sound as good as the C806. It's unfortunately, that's just the way it works. I'm not giving away any wheels. I'm giving away a coupon that will take money off of wheels. So you'll have forged aluminum or magnesium. Forged aluminum is going to be $1,000 off. Magnesium is going to be $3,000 off. The same person cannot win twice. So I will be giving away both of these every Monday night, though. So theoretically, what? $4,000 for $4,000 in gift certificates for forged aluminum, and $3,000, $6,000, $9,000, $12,000 for magnesium wheels. But the same person cannot win more than once. Joey Cuts in for another 10 entries on the magnesium. Look at Joey Cuts using his brain here. He's going in for both. That's funny. He's not gonna limit his ability to win to just one side. Yeah, eight coupons. That's right, Brad. Yep. Professor Corvette, if you want the umbrella or the foam finger, you can buy it on the website, and there's no shipping or anything because I'll be delivering them to you at the bash. So if you go to the website, the foam fingers are up. I put them up for you guys. Let me pull them up here. I don't think I've showed them off yet. If you go to the actual site here, go down to HPO merchandise. It's the first two items. This is the umbrella, 20 bucks, no shipping. And then, of course, the foam finger, which I love this. Stay obsessed with the HPO logo on it. Again, if you want to grab those for the bash or for Carlisle, either one, I will deliver them to you at the show. That's why there's no shipping. So, again, it almost always rains at the bash, so you should probably prepare yourselves and grab an umbrella. But these were, the umbrella was Professor Corvette's idea, and I think the foam finger was too, if I recall correctly. So you can thank him for these things existing. Oh, Jay Brazelton's in again. What is he in for? Oh, he matched you. He matched you, Mark. You guys are funny. All right, so Jay, you are in for the same amount as Mark. So we got 2 entries at 100 weight, basically. Z06 Hot Rod Todd, is the aluminum coupon good for monoblock and modular designs? As of now, monoblock only. I will get clarification on that for you for next week, though. Currently, though, I'm not 100% sure. They just told me forged aluminum. I'm assuming monoblock because that's what I've owned in the past. So, yeah. Yeah, Professor Corvette, I don't know why they're not up there yet. I was trying to get them on there a couple different times, but if you just go to the website, you can grab them. I'll try to work on that tonight and get them up on the actual store tab on YouTube because I know a lot of people use that. But yeah, for now, just grab them right from the website. All right, so guys, can we ever have a drawing for something that Jay doesn't need? Oh God, you guys kill me. We got Wesley in too. Let's see. Let's see what that is. Nope, Brad, we're definitely not going to offer those. Guys, we're going to be talking about some Grand Sport news here in a second. Let me just grab this last entry. Looks like Wesley Weaver is in for 10 entries on Forza Aluminum. All right, so I think that's it. That's all the entries I see so far, guys, but you guys can keep them coming. As you keep coming with those, we're gonna give these away tonight, like I said. All right. So let's talk a little bit about what we discovered today, guys. GM, of course, came out with the pricing for the C8 Corvette Grand Sport. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I put out a video talking about it. And honestly, the pricing is pretty much exactly what we talked about. A lot of us guessed that it was going to be between 90 and 95 grand. Well, with destination fee, it comes out to $88,500 basically. So here's all of the pricing. If you haven't seen the video I put out, I break this down into pretty good detail. $88,495 includes the destination fee. That's for the Grand Sport 1LT. If you want the Grand Sport X 1LT, it's going to start at $112,195. Again, interestingly, GM does not say yes or no to the Grand Sport X getting the track pack or track performance package. They did, however, say it on the launch video. It does not sound like the Grand Sport X is going to have access to the Z06 Aero package. Now, a lot of people, including myself, were wondering why they would do that, even though I kind of assumed the reason was because they're not designating this car necessarily a track car. Because of that hybrid setup, it's not really built for the track so much as it is for grand touring and drag strip use. They leaned very heavily into the drag strip use of the ZR1X, even with the initial launch video showing nothing but drag strip usage and mentioning nothing of track usage. Now, obviously, you can put that car on a track, but that's not necessarily where it shines. I think the same thing kind of applies with the Grand Sport X here. And all of my conversation talking about how the Grand Sport X doesn't have the track performance package, a lot of people commented on that video saying, well, yeah, but neither did the E-Ray. And honestly, I never really thought about that. The E-Ray doesn't have a high wing track package thing like the Z06, so the Grand Sport X doesn't, if for no other reason, for that reason. So either way, they also want to distinguish enough between the two cars that if you want to buy a Grand Sport X, you're not really buying the track designed car, not as much at least as you would if you bought the Z06, because at full tilt, the cars are very similar price. At for a 1LT Grand Sport X, especially the convertible, it's at 119, 195. Now the Z06 starts at 121, 395. So if you're doing a convertible Grand Sport X and a coupe Z06, you're very close on price. Even the Grand Sport X 1LT is 112 versus the Z06 121. So you're really only about $9,000 off. But again, you're buying a track car versus a drag strip car, or, you know, a track car that kind of beats you up on the road a little bit versus a more of a grand touring car. So really interesting pricing stuff here. We talked a lot about this in the past about how the Grand Sport was very likely to slot in between the Stingray and the Z06, and it did perfectly. Coming in at $88,000, because the Stingray now, guys, is starting at $73,495. So it's literally $15,000 more. And then on top of that, moving from the Grand Sport to a Z06, there's still a pretty significant jump, but not if you count in the Grand Sport X. So if you put the Grand Sport X in there at 112, it literally goes from 73 to 88 to 112 to 121. It's a much more complete list lineup of performance variants here. And this is exactly what we thought was going to happen. The Grand Sport was going to slot right between the Z06 and the Stingray. It makes sense. There was a pretty wide gap there money-wise, where you went from the Stingray last year at like 71 up to the E-Ray, which was 112, or 111. So there's a significant jump there where there was an obvious gap of something was needed there. And here comes the Grand Sport. So pricing-wise, this is what you're looking at for 2027s down here. Stingray, Z06, ZR1, ZR1X. Everything's going up, of course. Nothing's going down anymore, it seems. But one way or another, pricing dropped kind of out of nowhere. And again, the Grand Sport X, there's no mention of the track package. And on the website from where it actually kind of popped up initially, it said it was not available for the Grand Sport X. Hypervet says, not where it shines. The X literally holds the ring. It does, but I think they fudged that. We've talked about that in the past, where the ZR1X was the 2026 version, obviously with 10 piston calipers and the ability to completely disable traction control. Whereas the ZR1 that was on the ring was a 25 with 6 piston caliper up front and no ability to completely disable that traction control. I truly believe that they probably did that to make sure that the ZR1X was not outshined on the track by the ZR1. Now, with that said, ZR1X is going to absolutely destroy everything on the drag strip, way more so than the ZR1 or Z06 will, of course. Same with the E-Ray. The E-Ray or the Grand Sport X would decimate the Z06 on a drag strip. These cars are built for two completely different reasons. So it really depends on which one you want, which kind of thing you favor. But yeah, and that's another thing. I talked about this in the Grand Sport X pricing video. The Grand Sport X is literally only $1,100 more than the current E-Ray. So they priced this thing really well. Now, again, a lot of people were asking, why get rid of the E-Ray and replace it with the Grand Sport? And the only real answer to that is they did a bad job at marketing the E-Ray. It's not that the E-Ray is not a bad car. The Grand Sport X is not necessarily a massively better car. The price difference should tell you that it's not that much different. However, they realized really quickly whenever they brought out the ZR1X that the X kind of moniker was much better than the E-Ray moniker. Everybody thought E-Ray meant that car was fully electric. And honestly, a lot of the people I talked to this day, still believe that the E-Ray is a full electric car. So putting the X there instead really helped propel this thing forward. And the Grand Sport X is no exception. So ultimately, it's got more horsepower than the current E-Ray, don't get me wrong, but ultimately it's a very similar car. and it's going to be priced pretty much the same too, which I think is a great idea from Chevy. I think they nailed it with the pricing on these cars, and the marketing is going to be far better with the X versions. The GSX got HPO. I'm still not a big fan of hybrid stuff. I'm never going to be. So the E-Ray, while it's a great car, it's an awesome car for what it stands for. The GSX is going to be awesome, I'm sure. I just can't get behind the hybrid technology. I'm not ready to get there yet. I would pick the Stingray or the Grand Sport over the Grand Sport X. I would pick the ZR1 over the ZR1X, and I would pick the Z06 over the Grand Sport or Grand Sport X personally. That's just my preference on the whole thing. So Ricky, that's not necessarily true. I don't really want to get into a huge heated battle on this again, but he says the hybrid cars will do better on shorter and more corner tracks with braking zones. The problem is not necessarily the hybrid setup, but it's the weight that the hybrid setup adds. So if you take the E-Ray versus the Z06 on pretty much any track, the Z06 is probably going to do a better time, especially on the tighter turn tracks, because not because the all-wheel drive can't do it, but because of the added weight. The car weighs roughly 300 pounds more than the Z06, and that makes a big difference on top of the more track-tuned suspension of a Z06, potentially different tires depending on which car, or if you guys have the stock tires and everything. There's a lot to go into this. So while the E-Ray is a great car, I hate having always to say this because everybody just assumes I hate these cars. I do not. I think they're fantastic. And honestly, I'm talking to somebody right now about possibly buying his E-Ray. But it's just not the same. There you go. There you go. Engineered insanity. He says hybrid cars are far superior at parking in the green parking spots. For that, they will beat the Z06 all day, I guess. Yeah. As far as the E-Ray, I mean, Texas Clay says he would much rather have the GSX engine than the E-Ray engine. I think everybody's going to feel that way here very soon. And I actually said this in the comments on the video I made with the Grand Sport pricing, because the Stingray prices, the 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25s especially, are going to come down in price a lot whenever the new Stingray comes out with the 6.7 liter engine. Once that happens, especially the 2020s and the 2021s, those are going to, the values of those are going to come down because a lot of people that own those are going to be trying to unload them to get the new one. So if you want to get into a C8 cheap, you're probably about a year or maybe a year or a little bit more away from finding those cars pretty low priced, with low miles and all kinds of good options and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Mark says, why doesn't F1 IndyCar stuff do all-wheel drive cars? And I mean, there's a lot of reason why they wouldn't. Weight is the big one. It's not that all-wheel drive can't be good for that. It's the weight of the added weight. And I mean, obviously those cars they do everything in their power to keep those things as light as possible. So ZR1 Mark says the E-Ray slow on a track. He's driven both on a track. I wouldn't necessarily say the E-Ray or the ZR1X by any means are slow on the track. I mean, it's just they're designed for something different. Now the ZR1X is a little bit different because it is still a track designed car, whereas the E-Ray never was. It was not built for the track. It doesn't have the track tuned suspension, the Sport Cup 2R tires. That wasn't even an option for the E-Ray, because that was never meant to be a track car. And it will shine in its own right doing what it was built to do, but it's just not built specifically for the track. But anyway, I don't want to get too much into this conversation because I feel like I always have somebody mad at me whenever I'm talking about this stuff, when in reality, I think all these cars are great and I think they all have their rightful spots in the lineup. It's just, you got to know what you're buying. If you want this, you got to buy that. If you're going to do more of this, you got to buy this. You know, all of them have a very specific use set. Kevin Reynolds says, I'll stick with the non-X model of anything, including my 24 Z06. I remember when the Z06 was the choice for me, and it still is. Yeah, I feel exactly the same, Kevin. It's if they brought out tomorrow a Z06X, I'm not interested. And I mean, that was another thing I wanted to discuss, is that I've heard whisperings internally from my sources internally that a Z06X is a real possibility. However, it's also not. So that's the best I can give you, is that it very well could happen, but at the same time, there's a lot of things pushing against it, saying that it's not going to. And these are internal sources, internal struggles as to whether or not they're going to make a Z06X. It could happen. There's some people that want it, and then there's some people who don't think it makes sense. I personally do not think it makes sense. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen, because as soon as I say it won't happen, it will happen tomorrow. But I don't think it makes sense. Yeah, Red Live says, to each their own. Rear-wheel drive is usually the way to go on tracks. Lighter than all-wheel drive and makes the car able to dance. It doesn't get any simpler than that. And that's it. That's exactly it. When you want to rotate around the turn on the track, rear-wheel drive is where you want to be. Anyway, let's move on to the next little bit of information here, guys. It doesn't look like we've got... Nope, we did get another entry, maybe two. Let's see. William, I got you in for $20 on aluminum wheels. So that will get you 2 entries for William. Two entries. And then I also got Jeff Lucas. I got you in for 20 entries on aluminum wheels. And I think that's it. Yep, that's it so far, guys. So we are still doing the giveaway. Of course, it will end tonight. So make sure, if you want to get in on any of these wheels, whether you're doing Fords or magnesium, you're jumping in ASAP. Let's see. Yeah, Brad, the fact, I was just telling Amber, the current price, the current starting price for a Z06 is only $20,000 less than I paid for my black 2023 Z06 that was fully loaded, minus Z07. I had carbon ceramic rotors, 3LZ, red calipers, competition seats, front end lift, literally every black lug nuts, black wheels, black exhaust tips, every option you could check, and it was only $20,000 more than the current base starting price for the Z06. It has gone up almost, I think, like $15,000 or $16,000. It's gone up since that car first came out, which is absolutely insane. It's only been out for 3 years. Like, it's wild. Drive by Day says he knows better than to roll against Jay. Now, here's the thing, guys. Jay donated a good bit of money, so did Mark. Only one of those guys can win tonight. And whichever one of those two wins tonight, they can't win for that same thing again. So if Jay wins tonight, he can't win again for magnesiums next week. He could enter for forged aluminums, but he can't win for magnesiums again. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. So the other thing I wanted to talk a little bit about, we discussed this very early on, guys. Whenever this color first leaked in the GM parts book, it was just called pitch metallic. And you heard it here before anywhere else that it was going to be pitch gray metallic. And we already had a pretty good idea of what it was going to look like. We just haven't seen it. I didn't see it in person, but David, DBM Racing, was able to actually get the paint coat and spray it. He knew exactly what it was going to look like. I knew it was going to be a nice color. And sure enough, it is a nice color. So we got some actual pictures of this in the wild, so to speak. And this gray is actually gray. I love it. So there's no tinge of green, no tinge of blue. GM loves to put green or blue in their grays. This, however, is an actual gray, and it looks great. Great. Sorry. Anyway, scrolling down some more. It looks good. If you guys haven't seen this yet, I think it was Rick Conti put this out on video. It looks fantastic. That gray is very likely to be the gray I go with if my ZR1 gets pushed to a 27, which at this point, I'm pretty sure it's going to be. So that will probably be the gray I go with. It looks good. I'm curious what you guys think. Do you guys like the new gray, the new pitch gray metallic? I don't like the body colored vents either. It doesn't give enough contrast in my opinion, but the color is good. I am definitely saying it will look good with carbon fiber because you know I'm going to have a bunch of carbon fiber on that thing. Absolutely. Yep. Cameron Thompson says you'll get a discount on the new Z06 now. He bought a heavily loaded 26 in December, got 10K off sticker. I bought my Seawolf Gray Z06 in 2025, brand new off the showroom floor. I got it for 20K under. That deal to this day is still good. And it's been almost a year now. 20K is a great deal. 15K or under is still an extremely good deal. It's no Seawolf. I agree, Joey Cuts. It's unfortunate Seawolf disappeared or the GM discontinued it, but this is definitely a good gray in its own right. Silver stripes would look good on there. I think that car in that picture had orange stripes on it, but silver stripes would look pretty cool. Carbon fiber vents, absolutely. Let's see what else we got here. Did we get any more entries? Yes, we did. Mark. Mark's crazy. He's in for to beat Jay. He's in for another 100. Okay, so Mark is now 20 entries above you, Jay Brazelton. So Mark, you are at 120. Jay's at 100. Do you care to try to match him again, Jay? Nothing better than Justin Gray. I love it. This is why I like you, Mark. Yeah, Hot Rod Todd said when the 27s come out, we may see a loyalty discount on leftover 26s. So if you guys remember, I put out a video not too long ago talking about employee pricing on, especially on Stingrays. That will very likely be coming right around that same time because they're going to have to move these cars. Bill Thompson said he got 9,000 off his. Cameron Thompson, that discount was on a Z07 with visible carbon fiber. No, so mine on unless you're talking about yours, did you say you got one too? Oh yeah, 180K. That's where was that? Yeah, Cameron, if you're talking about your car, I don't mean to steal your spotlight, but my car was a Z07, but it was a carbon flash car. D Lang says, how do I put it in for a giveaway? You can send via Venmo or you can send right here on YouTube through Super Chat. It's the little money icon right beside the chat bar. $10 is an entry. $50 or more is double entries. Drive by Day says, is there a way for me to send you a picture of mine on the Dragon on the way home from buying it? Yes. So guys, if you ever want to share a picture, share your build, share your Corvette with me in any way, shape, or form, horsepowerobsessed@gmail.com will be the quickest way to get to me. Or if you want to jump on Discord, if you guys have ever used that, the links are always in the description below. If you want to jump on Discord, you can share photos in there with a lot of other subscribers as well as myself. I'll see them there as well. And yeah, the link pinned at the top of the chat will also take you straight to my Venmo where you'll be able to just donate the $10. Or if you want to go with double entries, $50 or more. That is a great question, Brad. I was actually looking for a C6 Z06 myself. And I will tell you, the year I want is at least a 2009 or greater. I would like it to be cyber gray, I think it was. Cyber gray or black. So if anybody out there has a 2009 or better, cyber gray or black, C6 Z06, send me an email. I want that car. I want it. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're stickered at 172. I thought you were talking about yours. That's still a fantastic deal, especially on a Z07. Z07 cars are harder to get good deals on. Oh, wow. Texas Clay says, I bought my 24 at MSRP, got my wife's Z06 at 20K under. That's awesome. Those are great deals. D Lang asked again, what do I do to get into the giveaway? You can send them. Entry is $10 for one entry. $50 or more is double entries. You can send it via Venmo or right here on Super Chat. Yeah, I've kept an eye on Bring a Trailer for a little while, but I haven't really found anything that I liked. Texas Clay says, dinner's ready. Catch you at the bash, man. It'll be good to see you. Make sure you come over and hang out. I haven't had a lot of time to talk to you in the past, and I'd like to have a conversation. Yeah, white is literally the last color I would want for the C6, Z06. It's got to be cyber gray or black. And it's got to be at least a 2009 or greater. You want the forged wheels? All you got to do is send $10 for an entry, $50 or more for double entries, and let me know that you want the forged aluminum, which you already did, and I'll get you entered in. We're going to be spinning a wheel here. We'll spin it twice, and we're going to be doing that in probably about 10 to 15 minutes, so you don't have a whole lot longer to get entered, so make sure you're doing it. Jay Brazelton says he's got his 91mm ported throttle bodies, throttle controller, SB airbox. Didn't have time for the taillights and AWE exhaust. That sucks. You'll get there, though. Drive by Day says yes. Yeah, see, yeah, I wouldn't want yellow either. It's got to be black or cyber gray. Professor Corvette, Shane is working on that stuff currently. I just talked to him the other day about it. He is going to be putting together the dinners. Odds are good we're going to do a Mexican place again because that's always a hit. We'll probably do the... what is it? The Mellow Mushroom, which is a cool like pizza place. And then if we do a third night, which we usually do, because a bunch of people have left already by then, though, it is going to be something else. D Lang, I've said it a couple times now, man. You just got to send Venmo to Horsepower Obsessed. $10 is an entry, $50 is double or more is double entries, or you can do it right here. The chat bar right beside a little money icon, you can send it that way. Yeah, Joler. 91mm and throttle controller. Holy heck. Yeah. It looks like a cool car, man. Don't get me wrong. Yellow's not my thing. I would be willing to bet with that build, that thing's probably ridiculously fast. I actually drove I think it was Ligenfelter, if I remember right, stage 3 car, which had a giant cam in it, headers, the heads cam package, the custom tune. I mean, the thing was like 613 wheel horsepower or something, completely naturally aspirated. The thing was an absolute monster, but the cam was so lopey, like you were like, and it was yellow. It's the only reason I didn't buy it. Otherwise, I probably would have bought it. That's a great idea. Brad says, can you auction off some labor so Jay can get his stuff installed for free? I'll tell you what, guys. Me and Dana, again, just yesterday, did an install for a subscriber. We lowered another car. It was lowered. We put yellow daytime running lights in, wheel spacers, even Venturi intake, 92mm ported throttle bodies, and the Euro taillights. We did all of that for this subscriber yesterday. So again, if you guys are interested in having parts installed on your car, shoot me an email, horsepowerobsessed@gmail.com. I will give you a better price than the dealership does, and you can feel safe because I've done these installs a million times. I know what I'm doing on these cars. All right, D Lang. At this point, I have to assume you're asking me this many times on purpose. There's no way that you haven't heard what I've said so far. Yeah, Jay Brazelton, the video on the orange car, that was a different one. That was two weekends ago. This one was just yesterday. We literally just finished it last night. So again, if you want to have mods installed, you can bring your car to me. We will take care of you. I will make sure you get a great price on it. And of course, you're going to have somebody doing the install that has done it multiple times in the past, so there's no worry of scratches and craziness. Yeah, that's true. Drive by Day, he has this C6 Z06 for sale that's well modded. It sounds like if you're interested in a yellow one, you guys let me know. I'll contact you guys, or I'll put you guys together. Now, as far as that goes, Drive by Day, we also offer a service for this where we'll literally talk about your car on these live videos to get a potential buyer. So if you want to get in on that, the HPO Vet Exchange program, we will make a video for you and everything. If you're interested in selling that car and using my platform to do so, send us an email, hpovetexchange@gmail.com. And I'll actually type that email in here if you want to do it. If you go to send an email to that email address, let us know what kind of offers you've had for the car, what you're looking at getting, all that good stuff. Yeah, I was going to say, at this point, I think he's doing it on purpose. So, I mean, I've told him a couple times now what to do. Honestly, Engineered Insanity says, what is the best color for a C5Z? I like black and yellow. I would say, personally, I'd say black, but the majority of the C5 Z06s I've seen have all been yellow. So, did the ZR1 go up 15K? It did go up. I don't know if it was 15K, but let me... the ZR1 starts now at 197, 195. So 197, 195. Let me see what it is now. We'll see. Build your own ZR1. Let's see what it costs right now for us. For a base model build on a ZR1, we are looking at 184, 495. 184, 495. Versus 197, 195. Wow. That's like 13 grand. Yeah. It went up about 13 grand. God dang. The car wasn't expensive enough. Yeah. $12,700 it went up. So, like I said, all of the 27 models, of course, they've gone up. But that's a lot. For those of you out there who had a 2025, I know Mark has a 2025. ZR1. You literally have the cheapest ZR1 that's also worth the most of any of the ZR1s in the C8 lineup at this point. It's crazy how this works. Yeah, at the June 7th car show, me and Joler will have two Seawolf Gray Z06s there. Mark, you should try to find a way to bring your Seawolf Gray ZR1 out there. That would be crazy. We'd have 3 Seawolf Gray cars lined up beside each other. You should really consider this, Mark. And David will have a surprise car, apparently. I'm not sure I know what that surprise is, and I should, but I don't think I do. Let's see. That's the fun tax on the ZR1. Yeah, fun. All right, guys, if we can, please smash the thumbs up button. We have a lot of people in here watching, and I forgot to mention thumbs up. I always forget something on these videos. So we should be well over 100 by now, and we're not. So please smash the thumbs up. We have a little bit more information to talk about, and then we're going to be giving away $3,000 off magnesium wheels and $1,000 off for Forza aluminum wheels tonight. So smash the thumbs up button. Let me know you guys are liking the content. We're going to be talking a little bit more about the Grand Sport and all the craziness that has happened today because of pricing that's out there and some of the order guide stuff. There are some new options coming for the Corvettes that I bet you guys haven't heard yet, at least some of you. So again, let me see. Do we have any more? No more entries in, but you guys can definitely do so. David should bring his Challenger. I didn't hear anything from something like that, but apparently something's going to be different. We'll see what he brings. Hey, there's Larry Anthony coming to the obsessed side of things. Thanks, Larry. Really appreciate that. The Z06 or ZR1 list will get shorter. Maybe GM plans on making less of them. For 2027, I've said this a couple times. For 2027, the Grand Sport is going to take over a good bit of the manufacturing. That means less Z06s, less ZR1s, less ZR1Xs. Anything wide body is going to be more so kind of pushed over to Grand Sports because, number one, they're the new hot thing, but number two, they make more money on those cars. So it would be a fair assumption to say that the Z06 will see somewhat of a production decrease. So will the ZR1 and the ZR1X. Justin says, I can't wait for the bash. Been wanting to go for years, finally making it happen. Nice. Yeah, definitely. You could definitely ride down with us. I think it would be awesome to have. You'll be the only C6 there that I can think of right now. And believe it or not, guys, we're going to have an E-Ray. We're going to have an E-Ray with us. Ricky's going to be going down with us. So we'll have Z06 covered, E-Ray covered, C6 ZR1 covered. I think that's it. But yeah, guys, please smash the thumbs ups. Let me know you're liking it. Really helps the channel. Renewal to expired membership. I was pretty sure you were a member before, Mark or Anthony. Thank you, Larry. My God, I'm going through so many names right now. Yeah, it would be cool to see you there, Mark. I'm telling you. You should try to move some things around. Bring it up. Lewis says, I'm definitely out on the ZR1 now unless there are some deep discounts at the end of the run. Refuse to pay that much to increase while they've only been given allocations out to VIPs lately. I totally agree. At some point, and I mean, I'll be honest with you, even at the entry point of the 2025 ZR1s, even at that price point, it's significant. And now that they just keep adding more and more and more to it every year, and it's not an insignificant amount. Even the change from 25 to 26, I think that was like 15 grand. And then this year is another 12 grand. That alone, those two increases are already like a pretty nice car. Like, just the increased price. Yeah, so Justin has the C6 ZR1. As of now, the stuff happening at the bash, I'm not necessarily planning anything crazy other than the dinners. I'm just going to kind of be hanging out around the tent for people to talk to, filming anything that's cool that comes up. There's not really anything you have to plan around. I probably won't do a plant tour again. I've done them every year I've been down there, and it's kind of more of the same for me, so I'm not going to do that necessarily, but yeah, just plan on being there is what I would say. If you want to do any of the talks or any of the educational stuff or the tours, you can absolutely do that. What about... Yeah. I've had a couple people ask me about the track event that's happening down there. It's something that might happen. Honestly, at these events, I go to these events to be kind of available for subscribers to talk to. So I don't like to take giant chunks of time away from being available for people. But if for some reason it's dead that day or something, I'll probably go over there too. Yeah, Hot Rod Todd will definitely be doing dinner Wednesday as well. If you want to shoot me an email, Hot Rod Todd, let me know where you're coming in from, what area you'll be in, because we usually do dinner somewhere right around where the drivers from Pittsburgh meet up with the drivers coming in from like the Indiana area. We usually converge like right about an hour and a half or so from the actual bowling green. So, and we'll have dinner around that area. Let me see. Do we have anything else here? Oh, yeah. So, guys, some of the new stuff coming for the 2027 cars. The one that really surprised me is, if you guys don't know this, the 2027 cars, all of them, are going to now be coming with lithium-ion batteries. So the anti-gravity battery that I have in my car, GM is now going to actually be putting their lithium-ion batteries from like the E-Ray or the Grand Sport X. Those are going to be getting put into all of the Corvettes. So you can actually see this over at the Mid-Engine Corvette forum here. All of the 2027 Corvette models are going to have intersection automatic emergency braking, asymmetrical Santorini blue slash jet black interior, asymmetrical Santorini blue slash carbon flash full-length dual racing stripes. The pitch gray metallic and the Admiral blue metallic, of course, is going to be options. And then in here somewhere we actually see, where is that battery option? Of course, you're getting a new LS6 6.7 liter engine. You're getting 2 or 3 different colors of engine covers: blue, edge red, and sterling silver. You're going to get that option of quad center exit exhaust for the Stingray. Where did I see the battery thing? I swear it's on here. Somebody, maybe it was something I saw in here. Yeah, here it is. You can see 12-volt battery is now lithium ion for LS6 engine models. So Stingray and Grand Sport. I guess it's not going to necessarily be for any of the other models. Looks like just Stingray, Grand Sport X is going to get the lithium ion batteries, which is interesting. I think that's, I can't think of a good reason why they would do that outside of saving weight off the front of that car, but they did the same. It's the same battery that they've been using in the E-Ray. And if you have a Z06 or a Z01, actually I've heard possible issues on the Z01, but with the Z06 at least you could put the anti-gravity battery in there and save, it's like 25 pounds later. Oh yeah, okay. Joe, yeah, if you're interested in meeting up, we're going to meet up right in the Pittsburgh area. Send me an email, let me know where you might want to meet up. I know I forgot that you're coming from right kind of north of us, so that would work nicely. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the benefit really with the lithium ion batteries is that they hold a charge for so long. You really don't have to put them on battery tenders. You really don't have to do much with them. I know my C701's been sitting since November, and when I go down to get it out of storage, which I'll probably be doing here very soon, it's going to start right up, and I'm going to just drive it out of there, and it's not plugged in. But those anti-gravity batteries work like they're amazing. It is pricey, but it's worth it because whenever you break it down, the lithium ion battery will last between 10 and 12 years. And these batteries now I'm seeing, I just had some subscriber tell me yesterday on his 2023 Z06 that his battery's already dead. He needs a new battery. Like not just dead, like there's no charge. It won't hold a charge. So the battery's not even 3 years old at this point, and it's already needing replaced. So if you factor in replacing that battery every 3 years versus a lithium ion lasting 10 to 12, the price of that battery is about the same. And the difference is you save weight. You barely ever have to put it on a battery tender, if ever. Lithium ion has a higher cold cranking amp, so the car actually like starts faster. It feels more peppy when it starts. There's a lot of benefits to the battery itself. Oh, okay. Yeah. If you want to jump on the Discord, again, links are in the description down below. You guys can have discussions on there. I have a dedicated spot set up specifically for the NCM Bash. Jump in there, talk about any kind of dinners you might want to do on Wednesday if you're going to be in that area already on Wednesday. But yeah. Yes, I do actually, Justin. The discount code for the anti-gravity batteries is just HPO10. That will save you 10%, which on the highest amp hour battery ends up being like $140. So I think that code is currently expired though, so let me re-up it if you're going to buy that battery, and I'll let you know when that's good to go. All right, so we are about to wrap this thing up, guys. So if any of the rest of you want to get in on the Forge Light $1,000 gift certificate or $3,000 off gift certificate for magnesium wheels, now's the time to do it. I'm going to be giving them away tonight. One $1,000 coupon and one $3,000 coupon. One's good for forged aluminum. The other one's good for magnesium. And they sell some really awesome wheels. If you guys like the wheels that are on my C8 Z06, those are the magnesium wheels from Forge Light. They're 42 pounds lighter than stock, and you can win a gift certificate tonight that will knock $3,000 off of them. So jump in if you want. We're going to be giving it away. I'm going to do it in the next 5 minutes. So you got 5 minutes to enter. John Perkins says he's due for a new battery, and that's the unfortunate reality is that the batteries from the manufacturers nowadays seem like, I swear they're nowhere near as good as they used to be. They last for like 2 or 3 years before you're replacing them, and it's kind of sad. But I'm going to start setting up the wheel of names here because we're going to have 2 different entries. Because we're going to do forged aluminum first. And then we're going to do the magnesium wheel second. So as of right now, we don't have any additional entries. You guys got 5 minutes to jump in if you want. If not, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 entries on the magnesium wheels. And a lot of these are the same amount of entries. We got one at 20 entries and a bunch of them at 10. Please be me. Yeah, you're on there. That would be pretty cool. I'd like to see those wheels on there. As of right now, Justin, I think you have the stock wheels on your C6 ZR1, right? I know they're black, but they're the stock wheels, correct? Yeah, ZR1 Mark says factory batteries about 2.5 years. That's really weird. I mean, I remember back in the day when batteries were lasting like 5 to 8 years. Now you can barely get 3 years out of these things. That's funny. Drive by Day says took it to the Dragon straight from the dealer, got pulled over at mile marker 10, took a selfie of the blue lights and sent it to the dealership saying, "Hey, this annoying light came on." That's good. That sounds like a Professor Corvette thing right there. Yep. John Perkins says he's got 5 on his battery now, but it's starting to do stupid computer tricks. These cars don't like low voltage or low power from that battery. So if you're getting any of that stuff, you'll get random weird check engine lights, like the most popular ones, like service rear axle. That happened even on my C7 Corvette. If the battery voltage was low, it would say service rear axle, and I think something with the mag ride system. It was really weird. Yeah, I thought they were the stock wheels. This will look cool. If you end up winning those, you could have a pretty nice set of wheels there. Yeah, I guess it's just how you treat it, what kind of environment you're running in, and all that stuff. But yeah, that is another good point. David says if you do have the lithium-ion batteries, they require a different battery tender. I'll be honest with you, I've never had to put mine on a battery tender that I can recall. So the lithium-ion batteries last so long, they have such a long storage life that odds are good you won't have to use one anyway. All right, so we got one more entry here for forged wheels. Mr. O. So we'll get you in there for, what was it, 10 entries. Okay, we got you in there, Mr. O. That looks like it so far. Got a minute and 15 seconds before I'm going to close this up and do the giveaway for tonight, guys. I don't think we had anything else to talk about. Actually, we'll show this real quick. If you guys were wondering on the engine covers, the colors for the new LS6 engine, this will be for the Stingray, Grand Sport, or Grand Sport X. These are the colors we're going to have. So Edge Red, that's what the Edge Red cover will look like. And then, of course, that is the silver color, I believe. And then also looks like Admiral Blue. So if you were looking to grab one of these cars, you could have one of these 3 engine cover colors. Honestly, I mean, I wouldn't go Admiral Blue on the outside, so I'd probably stick with the Edge Red because the you can actually see in this photo here, the valve covers are already Edge Red, so Edge Red probably makes the most sense if you're getting a color that works with. But Yeah. See, that's what I thought too. Hot Rod Todd said that there was also a black, but I didn't see the black in the order guide. It said there was only 3. There was only 3 engine colors available, I thought. Blue, LS6. Yeah, what does this say here? Yeah, blue, edge red, or sterling silver. Yeah, so again, if we go over to the actual order guide here, these are the colors that you get. The LS6 engine cover, blue, edge red, or sterling silver. Because that one that I saw there, I thought looked black too, but that had to be the silver. It must have just been a weird light. I don't see black as an option on here. Unless that's like the default color, and you get black unless you choose one of these, I guess is possible. Yeah, I'm not real crazy about them either, to be honest with you. Edge red, in my opinion, I feel like it should have been torch red. Torch red would go better with pretty much anything. But all right, guys, so no more entries. We're going to close that up for the night. Yeah, I think the black must be if you don't choose a color at all. So no more entries for tonight, guys. I'm going to go ahead and start the wheel at forged aluminum first, and then we'll add in the magnesium, and we'll do those ones next. So here's the forged aluminum. Who wants to determine the amount of shuffles here? I'm going to say Aaron. No, are you on this list, aren't you? Yeah, you're on the list. So Jay Brazelton, you're not on this list. Tell me how many times I should shuffle this wheel between up to 10. I'm not going any more than 10, or I'll be here all night. So, Jay, just throw out a random number for me. Nah, it can't be you, Aaron. You're on that wheel. Everybody but Jay is telling me how many times to rotate it. Jay says 8. All right, so let's do 8. We're going to do shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so this is for the forged aluminum $1,000 gift certificate. Here we go. Oh, is it going to go? Oh, it did. Aaron, it's you, man. All right, so that's awesome. So for $50, Aaron won $1,000 off. That's pretty good. Aaron, I probably already have it, but just for giggles, email me, horsepowerobsessed@gmail.com with your shipping address, full name, email address, and phone number. That's what they're going to want to give you that certificate. Jay is not on this one. He's on the magnesium wheel, which we're going to do next. Okay, so let's take these names off. And then we are going to do the magnesium wheel spin next. So we got Kevin Reynolds at 40 entries, Mark at 120, Jay Brazelton at 100, Charles at 10, Joey Cuts at 10. All right, so let's say Aaron, AARPM, since you won the last one, tell me how many times to shuffle this one for the guys with the magnesium wheels. Just give me a number between 1 and 10. And while we're waiting, guys, smash that thumbs up button because we're going to be doing the same thing next Monday night. Six times. All right. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at those chunks for Mark and Jay. Their odds of winning are very good. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Oh, is it? Yeah. It looks like it's going to stop. It really is, Jay. Oh, Jay. All right, Jay Browselton it is. So, Jay, you win a $3,000 gift certificate for magnesium wheels. So, Jay, send me a text or email. I need your first, last name, phone number, email address, and I guess shipping address probably too. Send me all of those things so I can get that over to Forge Light. Jay wins $3,000 off. Aaron wins $1,000 off for forged aluminum. Congratulations, guys. I really appreciate the support as always. Same thing's going to happen next Monday night. So if you didn't win tonight, you can always enter again. But if you did win tonight, you cannot enter again. So, guys, Jay does win a lot, but he also puts a lot of money in. So Jay cannot win next Monday night. Not at least for the magnesium wheels. He could enter again for the forged aluminum if he wanted to. But next Monday night, you'll have a better chance of winning if you want to go that route. So anyway, guys, smash the thumbs up button if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you haven't yet as well. And as always, stay obsessed. We'll see you same time, same place next Monday night. See ya.